Going to Lagos, now where the Lagos State Waste Management Agency's primary goal is the provision of professional, efficient and sustainable waste management and a disposable service to the citizens of that city. And we're talking about a lot of people, 16 million people according to the 2011 report of the World Bank. We are now joined on the line, as I said, to chat about some of the challenges that are being experienced in that city by Ola Oresanya. He's the General Manager of Lagos State Waste Management Agency. Ola, thanks for your time. I would imagine it must be tough.
Thank you very much. Trying
to remove the rubbish of loads of people, even in cities, as large as Johannesburg. Now, when you're talking about a whole country like Lagos State, it must be doubly daunting to be able to put together a clean city. What measures are you taking to try to ensure that the city is clean and business is conducted in the right circumstances?
Well, primarily what we do in Lagos is to have a clear definition of where we're going, talking about the values that we want the city to have, and delineating and allocating responsibilities between government and the private sector. So at LOMA, which is the Lagos Waste Management Authority, what we do as regulators is to develop standards and regulations and make sure that we make it attractive enough for the private sector to come in, invest with us, and it's been the driving force behind the wheel of success in waste management in Lagos, so that we have a private sector doing bulk of it, while LOMA regulates, and LOMA is doing probably about 10–15% of the services.
I want to talk about your budget later, how much you spend in trying to keep Lagos clean, but let's talk about perhaps the role for recycling, particularly in a metropolis as large as Lagos.
Well, yes, recycling, it's the main values for ensuring that we have a sustainable approach to waste management and resource recovery, we call it really. It's a means of also creating jobs for citizens and making sure that we put values on rubbish and make sure that this rubbish can be converted into other resource, which is primarily energy that we are looking at right now. And the energy conversion, we made appreciable progress in that sector.
Yeah.
And converting the waste into compost, we made appreciable success in that direction also, and plastics and several other things. So recycling is a major issue we are giving a very serious consideration.
Yeah. How big an opportunity is it? And I'm hoping that you can give me some figures here in terms of the potential that could come out of the recycling business.
Well, recycling business, I think worldwide, government makes it profitable. And Lagos State government is ready to give a kind of a guarantee, market guarantee for most of the products that comes from the from the process. Talking about being uptakers here, I think Lagos State government is the primary uptaker in the product from recycling. And yes, when you look at that, depending on your technology you are deploying, the profit margin varies, but I'm sure it varies from about 20 to about 50–60%, depending on technology and capacity to really manage your facility. Yeah.
Now, I would imagine, of course, in a situation like this, innovation must play a key central role. What steps are you taking as the government to get people to innovate, to encourage people to innovate?
Well, our primary responsibility is to feed the investing public with data. We have information. We have, if you open our website, www.loma.gov.ng, we have a display of data, information well detailed there. We have investors guide, and we provide technical support for investors to make sure that you don't lose while you do your investment. We appraise the technical, the technology you want to deploy, and we have a seasoned, well-trained staff that assist in looking at that. And we have an arm of the government, the Public Procurement Department of Government, the PP office, the PPP office, the public-private partnership office, that assist in looking at the economics of what you want to invest. And they run this with you, and we run the models and be able to let you know that, look, this is profitable, it's not profitable, and depending on the input product and the output, the market values of the output, we'll let you have a good understanding of this before you talk to your financiers.
Yeah. Now, what has been the response of the private sector to some of the initiatives that you've undertaken to try to get them to be involved in things like reclamation as well as management of waste?
You can come again.
Okay. I'm trying to understand what the take-up has been from the private sector. Have companies been forthcoming in taking up the opportunities that you've offered within waste management?
Oh yes, we have quite an appreciable number of investors because the procurement process is very clear and are very open. So we have both local and foreign investors coming from all over the world, and our major projects are actually been on a public-private partnership, and because I think information is widely shared and you have access to data, it makes a bit of a very interesting investment, both from the public, both from the private, from foreign and local investors.